Welcome, guys, to a new series of reviews. I am now doing the Mission Impossible films. I'm now going to review the Mission Impossible films. I know I reviewed Rogue Nation when this movie first came out, but now I'm going to re-review these films leading up to Mission Impossible Fallout because I never really gave my thoughts on the first four films on my channel, so I decided to delete my old Rogue Nation review and have a new fresh review now so I can have all of my grades and reviews ready for Mission Impossible Fallout. And let's get started with the 1996 Brian De Palma Mission Impossible. Now, when it comes to the first Mission Impossible film, I didn't really like it. Like when I was younger, like for some reason, I never really liked this film. Like when I was younger, like I was always one of those people that was like, the first Mission Impossible is not all that good. But rewatching it now, I do think that the movie is better than that I thought it was growing up. It's not a perfect movie at all. I do have a lot of issues with the first Mission Impossible film, but for its first attempt, for the first film, this is actually pretty solid. And I will admit, I have never watched the TV show at all. Nope, I never watched a single episode. Of course, I know the iconic theme song, doo doo doo, doo doo doo, because everybody knows the theme song to Mission Impossible. And they put the theme song in this movie and they did a remix version of it too, which I thought was pretty cool. And since the theme song is iconic, everybody knows it, and of course, the iconic line, this tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds, and your mission should you choose to accept it. Mostly everybody know those two lines in the Mission Impossible lore and the franchise. And with this film, they try make Mission Impossible an action film since the TV show was a spy espionage show. Like I said, I never really watched the show, so can't really say much, but they made the first movie, more of an action suspense film, which I think that the suspense is probably the best part of the first film because Brian De Palma does a great job directing suspense and adding tension. There's a lot of scenes in this film, which I will discuss later on, and Tom Cruise, who is known for not really action films in the 80s and 90s, but this was his first attempt of doing an action film, and thanks to this film, he is now known as an action star. And him doing his own crazy stunts that he is known for. Yeah, because Tom Cruise, he is crazy when it comes to his stunts. And really, they added a lot of great dialogue, and the score by Danny Elfman is fantastic. And I do gotta say that too, that probably one of my biggest strengths in this film is that is Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise character. This guy is probably and we never really know, even though he is the main star of the film, we never really know he's the main character till the mission goes wrong in the first 30 minutes of this film, where his team is killed off and he's the only man left. And I do gotta say that Tom Cruise definitely pulled off as playing the protagonist very well, and like I said, thanks to this film, he is now known as a great action star with doing crazy stunts. And this movie almost sort of have a old school feeling to it, because there's a lot of fade ins and fade outs and cuts to black scenes in most scenes in this film when they transition. And that's what I really like about this film. That's very unique and very cool what they did, especially for a movie from 1996. And even though that this movie does have a lot of cool moments, I do gotta say that this movie is dated at certain scenes, especially with the internet and the computers in this film is very, very 90s and very dated, especially since the fact that how the internet is now, how technology has evolved over 22 years. The internet in this movie, my god, it's very dated, and it's probably the most dated out of all the Mission Impossible films. Just as how when it comes to technology and the computer and stuff and the internet, it's very dated. And the CGI with explosions and stuff in the last action scene in this film with Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt versus Phelps, with the helicopter blew up, that is also dated. The CGI did not hold up very well. It is so 90s. Action CGI is it really is, and I didn't really buy it the first time. I don't really buy it now either. And I almost sort of like laugh at that every time I watch it. Every time I watch this film, I would laugh at that scene because that's how bad the special effects are. Because really, it is. Speaking of Phelps, John Voight plays Phelps in this film. I know he's a character in the original series, and I know in this movie a lot of fans were very angry the fact that he is the villain in this film. For me, I was split on that. I was like, okay, I don't mind him as a villain since I never really see him in the original series. But a part of me was very confused to the fact that he killed off his teammates and he was really like on sides with Kittredge, and like his motivation didn't really make sense to me. It wasn't really clear enough for me. I didn't really like understand like why he would turn to the bad side and like decide like to kill all the majority of his teammates. And it's always bothered me when every time I watch this film, and it's very confusing, and that's why I say like the plot to this movie doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, to be honest with you. And it really does like makes you want to pay attention to everything in this film, because I will admit that this movie can be very confusing, and it almost gets to the point where like I wouldn't say doze off, but sort of like ponder and like question like certain scenes and like why this is happening, or why this character said this, or like what's this here. It got me to the point where like, huh? And I wonder how like Phelps survived like the fall in the river and how he got back. It really confused me. It did. This is a film that always confused me because the plot is very questioning at times, but hey, it's the first film, so I would say I give it a pass, I guess. Besides Ethan Hunt, Luther is one of my favorite characters in this entire franchise, and Luther's awesome, guys. I love Luther. Ving Rhames definitely nailed his character, even though he is a computer hacker, and you see someone like Ving Rhames, you wouldn't imagine a guy like Ving Rhames being a computer hacker. That's what I love about this film, because you can't really judge a book by its cover. When you see Ving Rhames, you find out that the guy is a computer hacker, and his character is just amazing. And throughout the 5 films that he's been in, and 6 film with Fallout, he is still proven to be an awesome character. One of my favorite scenes in this film is at the computer scene where Ethan Hunt tried to put the cartridge disc in the computer, and when John Renault is scared by the rat, he tried to pull Ethan up, and Ethan tried not like to touch the floor because to touch the floor like alert would go off. That is honestly like probably one of the most iconic scenes, probably the most iconic scene in the entire franchise, and just the suspense and the tension, just how that scene was just played off. It was barely any dialogue, no music at all. I just love how that scene is played off. It honestly got me like, almost had me like in goosebumps almost to see like, oh, if he's gonna like do it, is he gonna do it? Cause that's how you direct the scene. That is how you direct the scene. Because Brian De Palma did a fantastic job doing that, and it really shows that the first Mission Impossible film is really is a film that is an action film that adds a lot of tension and suspense and can leave the viewer just in their chairs hoping like what's gonna happen, what is gonna happen. I That's what I really liked about this first film. I'm gonna give Mission Impossible a B. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you think of the first Mission Impossible in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, if you are new to my channel and you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And this review will self-destruct in 5 seconds.